guys, Brian back with another Kaspa video. Wanted to get this out as soon as possible. It looks like this thing might be wanting to make another move here. Right now it's up 1% as I make this video. It keeps bouncing around down here. But I want to show you the technicals on this thing too, from trading view. It's on a strong buy on the daily, strong buy on the moving averages, a buy on the oscillator. We could actually be possibly setting a new all-time high here. I did a video yesterday on the trend-based Fibonacci tool. Okay, I want to show you here how this thing works. Okay, you take your swing low to your swing high to your retracement of your first wave. Okay, look at that perfect extension up there. Perfect. Hit it right on top there, right? And that was, I always tell you guys about these 5-wave Fibonacci's. 3, 4, 5. Excuse me. So there you can see how perfect that thing was. All right, now let's get this off the screen here. We had that 5-wave up. All right, and like I said, we could be heading for another all-time high here. Then we had our A, B, C down. Okay, now we're starting our next pattern up. Okay, now we had, this is on the 4-hour. You can see we had this wedge pattern here. Okay, we had that breakout of the wedge pattern. Okay, the measured move of the pattern would be you take the width of the pattern, okay, then move it up here, okay, which would put us somewhere, you know, around that 3.5 cent area up here, right? If that's all the further this thing went. Okay, now if I use that trend-based tool on this thing, okay, now we're going to consider that this, okay, let me show you here, this ABC, all right, was finished right there. Okay, so this would be wave 1 right here of a new move. Okay, so I'm going to get this trend-based Fibonacci tool back out, take the low to the high. I'm not going to use this big green wick in there. I just don't like using wicks. And if we move it down to the bottom of wave 1, you know, that will put us back up at the 0.044, 0.046 exactly area, which would give us a new all-time high if this plays out. Okay, I'm not saying it's going to. Okay, if things go our way and this thing would play out that way, like I said, you can see how perfect this thing worked over here. Let me show you again, and then we're going to put it back on there, and then we're going to look at these RSIs and see if this could be really coming to fruition here. So from our low to our high of wave 1 to our retrace. Okay, there you go. Perfect 4.236 extension on this thing. Okay, this thing really works. Fibonacci's, like I said, every single trader out there uses these things. They use them every day. You can see how perfect this thing worked for, you know, I use a regular Fibonacci for a pullback, but if you put this thing up to the top, all right, your 618, 702 is your normal pullback areas. Look at this thing. Okay, pulled right back to the 702 right here, and then we got our bounce. But you can see the reaction around that 618 that these things have. Okay, and this works on a 4-hour, a 1-hour, a daily. You know, you can get in here on the micro moves, but you can see, I just want to show you real quick, that's a Fibonacci retracement. Okay, we had our high, and if you wanted to see how far this thing could have pulled back when we hit that high, you take your low of your move over here, swipe to your swing high. Okay, and then that will give you your retracement levels. I'll do this one more time, okay, in case somebody out there wants to really learn this, because these things really, really work, man. I'm telling you, every trader out there uses them. Fibonacci's. Okay, take your swing low to your swing high. I hope I'm not boring anybody. I just, these are really important, you know, if you're trying to get into trading or whatever. Look at around that 618. If you were looking for an entry on this thing, okay, now when I place trades, okay, especially after you watch the first reaction on this thing, all right, you've seen how big of a reaction around that 618 and 702 area. I always go for that 618 to enter a trade, so on a pullback, okay, and then go long from there. Almost every single time that 618 or 702 is, you're going to get your bounce. All right, so I always shoot for the 618. Could head down to the 702, could go down to 786 and bounce, but the 618 is your best area to really get in on these things. Okay, so let's get back to this extension here and see if this thing, and then look at our RSIs here. Okay, so let's put that trend-based Fibonacci on there and see what that was going to give us. Our swing low of wave 1 to our swing high to our retracement, okay, would put us right up there, okay, which would be 1, 2, you know, our 3 wave could, you know, come. It's really hard to say, but a lot of times that 3 wave is going to come back towards wave 1 about halfway down here. Okay, could have a 4. Oops, excuse me. And then a 5. Got allergies horribly. All right, so it's hard to say how this will look. But if we look at these RSIs on the bottom, okay, this is the 4 hour. Okay, that 4 hour is just starting to curve back up. Right down here. Okay, let me make this thing a little bit bigger. You can see it's almost down at the bottom and it's almost ready to curve back up. The 1 hour has turned back up. The 2 hour has turned back up, and our daily is still, you know, well, it's about 3/4 of the way up. Okay, so the way this could play out, you know, and I can't tell the future. Okay, but would make sense to me, looking at charts for 4 years now, that this daily, okay, we get our 3rd wave wherever it ends up at. Okay, then as that daily corrects, we're going to get our big 4th wave pullback. Okay, wherever that ends up being, I have no idea of knowing, but as that corrects, we're going to get that 4th wave pullback. Okay, if this works out, and as that daily resets again, or this daily could come up and ride the top right like it did right over here. You know, it could get to the top and then ride that top, get our 3rd wave or 4th wave, little correction here on the daily. You get the 4th wave. The reason I'm saying that, your 4th wave is your biggest pullback. That's where you have your biggest reaction at. You'll notice that as this thing if it plays out, you'll see what I'm talking about, and then we'll get our fifth wave blow off. Okay, so this thing's looking, Kaspa's looking really good. If we go into higher time frames with the RSIs, the 8, okay, is getting over exhausted there. Okay, and let's look at the 12 hour. The 12 is at the top. Okay, but if this plays out and this is making another 5 waves up, you can see what the extensions say. All right, they're unbiased. All right, so we'll see how it plays out, guys. Right now, this thing is just really looking strong. Okay, and it would make perfect sense with our Elliott wave theory, or 5 waves up, or ABC, and then continuation. So just wanted to get this video out as soon as possible before this thing makes a move or does whatever it's going to do. But like I said, that 4 hour looks like it's ready to go again. And if that's our wave 1, like I said, our extension is showing, you know, not me. This is what the extension's showing. Okay, it would be a new all-time high. So we'll see how it plays out here. Alright, thank you so much, guys, for watching the video. Please hit the subscribe button, and I hope you all have a great night. I'll talk to you real soon. Thanks.